All right, let's rock and roll. All right, nice and bright and early. So we're going to start with a single dumbbell and jump right into kettlebell swings. So again, we're going to activate that core. Today's a lot of legs and shoulders. Legs and shoulders. So you'll want to have your dumbbells ready. We'll do some switching. Or if you have a kettlebell to start with, even better. We are going to use a kettlebell in this first exercise, or you can just grab a dumbbell by the end. So I've got my power block weights over here. I'm going to grab probably a 25-pound. If you're just starting out on a kettlebell swing, you might want to start with something a little bit lighter, like a 10 or a 15. So I'll hold on to my dumbbell like this. On a good kettlebell swing, you really are just keeping a soft knee bend. You're hinging at the hips down into that tabletop position, and then you're going to bring your arms forward into like a front plank position. Okay, so just from tabletop, pop the hips forward, swing it up. Ready? Here we go. We're going to start with 20. 2, just hold on to the end of that dumbbell. 3, keeping that lower back tucked in, chest stays out.
I think it's supposed to go over your head. Shoulder height.
10, halfway there. If you have any questions too or anything, don't hesitate to jump in. I'll be happy to answer them. 5 more. 4. Squeeze the butt, pump the hips 2. Last 1. Excellent. All right, set that weight down. Now you'll grab both of your dumbbells, go a little bit lighter weight, and we're going to do slow shoulder presses. Okay, so slow shoulder press. I'll probably have to keep a similar 25-pound. All right. I'm going to have a wide base here so you can see me. So in the shoulder press, you press all the way up, walk those arms out, and then come down nice and slow on these. We'll do like a 3-count negative. All right, here we go. Elbows out wide. Everything's in line with the ears. And begin. Press up, down 1, 2, 3, and 2, 2, 3, 4, and 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. I have to keep a wide base down here in this basement too, otherwise I'll punch through the ceiling. Hopefully you got a little bit taller ceilings than I do. And 7, 2, 3, 4, and 8. Did I get that count right? Is that 8?
I think so.
Good. 3, 4, and 10, 2, 3, and rest. We'll just go to 10 on those. Nice work. All right. Down. We'll grab your kettlebell, swing again. Adjust the weight as needed. If you felt like that was really easy, you can go a little heavier. If that was a little heavy, you can go a little lighter. I'm going to go up just a little bit on mine. And here we go. Let's stick with 20 of these. Nice strong hips. Remember, going down in that tabletop position, getting that stretch on the hamstrings. Here we go. 6, 7, breathe in on the way down. Good action on the way up. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 5. Popping those hips. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. All right, we'll switch that weight back to shoulder press weight.
What's this? Shoulder press.
There's 2 reps here doing that same slow count. And you press up, down, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4. Remember, everything stays in line with those ears. 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7. Should be feeling it now. 3 more. 3, 2, 3, 4, 2. Get that big inhale and exhale. And now we're done. Awesome. All right, we got one more round. To that kettlebell swing weight. If you don't mind going heavier, go a little bit heavier on these. I'll work my way up to 40. There's no modifications today either, so just adjust your weight as needed depending on how you're feeling. Challenge yourself. Here we go. 20 more. And up. 1, 2, 3. Popping those hips. Breathe from that diaphragm. Halfway there. Really want to dig those heels into the floor. That's where your power comes from, generating that momentum with the hips. 2 more. 19, 20. Great effort.
So behind everybody.
We'll come back in. We'll go back to shoulder press. Try at the right weight. So proud of you guys. Up early on a Saturday morning. So proud of you, Meg. It's awesome. Gotta have some energy for the kids in the weekend. Here we go. Up. 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 4. There you go. 6. I hear the good breathing. Good form, good form. 8. 2, or make it hurt. 2, 3, 4, 10. 2, 3, and rest. Nice work. Excellent job. Getting that good time under tension on there. Start to build out those deltoids. All right, go ahead and do some shoulder rotations here. Loosen up those shoulders. Hopefully we did a little bit of dynamic stretching before we started this workout. If not, loosen up those shoulders. All right, next one we're going to do a squat, sumo squat. So that's your wide stance squat with a high pull. So you want to grab some dumbbells that will enable you to do a high pull without pitching those shoulders up. So probably around, depending on what you're starting with, you might want to grab 15s. You could start with 10s. I'm going to grab a little bit heavier weight on these because we're going to use a little bit of momentum. So I'll probably start with 30s. We got 15 reps. So this is how these will look. You'll do a nice wide sumo squat. Hopefully you can see my feet. Toes are pointed out 45 degrees. And your knees will stay in line with your hips and your toes. So your knees come out wide, down nice and deep, and then up into a high pull. Don't pinch your shoulders up when you do this. Keep those shoulders down and relaxed. Okay, so down, and then up. And then back to start position. Okay, actually, let's go ahead and do a momentum one. So we'll go into that high pull and then right back into your squat. So we got 15 reps. Here we go. Down, and exhale, right back into that squat. We gotta make good time. We got lots to do today. Only 30 minutes to go. We gotta hit that calorie expenditure mark. Right, Polly?
Yeah.
10, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. All right, set those down. So adjust your weight down a little bit on these. We'll do a rear delt fly. I'm going to go down to 15. Ladies, you might want to start with 10. Rear delt fly. You'll be in that bent over tabletop position. Your hands will come straight out to the side in line with your shoulders. And really squeeze in the negative. Whew. Here we go. 15 reps, ready? 1, 3, 4. Adjust your weights if you need to. 6, and then join back in. 7, 8, 9, 10. Really get that exhale when you come up. 4, 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. I'm going to go ahead and do 15. I'm feeling those. All right.
Hey, Joe, I don't know about anybody else, but you're cutting in and out.
My time for everyone.
You seem to be clear to me, or us.
Okay, good. I have had problems with my internet here at the house. Actually, I was on the phone with them last night, so hopefully we're doing all right. All right, we'll go back up to that sumo deadlift high pull weight. I'm gonna go up to 30. All right. Legs out nice and wide. Toes pointing out 45. We're gonna do another 15 straight. So right up into that high pull and then down into the squat. Here we go. Breathe in through the diaphragm. Six, 7, 8, 9. Really drive those heels in. Squeeze the glutes. 12. Last 3. 3. Squeeze that booty. Last 1. Excellent job. Good effort. Just do those. Now you drop your weight again to that reverse dumbbell fly. Go right into 15 reps again. Bend over in that top position, chest out, back tucked in. Here we go. Try to keep those hands in line with your shoulders. That way you're working the delts more than the back. 5 more. 5, 4. That lower back should feel tight because it's tucked in. 3, 2. Oh, good job. Hands balancing. Good. Breathing from that diaphragm. All these exercises, that belly should come out, and you breathe in. Strong exhale. Back up to that sumo deadlift high pull weight. We got one more round. Here we go. Nice wide stance, 15 reps. Yeah. And 2. Don't worry if you miss a few reps during the transition. You know, squeeze a few more in after. 6. 7. 9. Good form. Driving those heels. 5 more. Big exhale. 3. Nice loose grip. 2. And great job. Be careful with the straps. Oh yeah. I hear somebody's praising Jesus. All right. Back to lightweight. 15 down, reverse flies. One more round. Ooh, I'm sweating already. 63 down here. Here we go. Nice bent over position. Reverse flies. 15 more. 2, 3. You feel your shoulders by now. They should be feeling tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great effort. Yeah, we can loosen up those shoulders a little bit. Okay, did you make it down? All right. Here we go. See if it's your favorite. Side squats with lateral raises.
Oh, that's
On this one, you want to grab similar to what you were doing on those reverse flies, maybe a little bit heavier. So you might want to start with a 15-pound weights. I'm going to go a little bit heavier on these. I'm going to go up to 25s. You are going to have a little bit momentum. Get away with a little bit heavier weight. Probably put it around. So on a good side squat, here's what this will look like. You're going to step out and your arch is going to be in line with the toe of your other foot. Then you go into a side squat, then come up into a lateral raise. See that? I'll demonstrate this way. Step to the side into a squat. See, on my other leg is straight. Good side squat right into a lateral raise. I'll start going right first, whichever side you want to start with. Here we go. Now we got 12 on each side. Squat and raise. And right back into that squat. These go quick. You get the benefit of some momentum. 4. You don't want that knee coming in front of your toe. So sit way back. You should feel that butt working. Really controlled movement. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Good. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it. All right, now I'll head to the other side. 12 more reps on this side. So you're going to step forward just a little bit. That allows you to sit way back on that heel. Straight out to the side with the arm. 6. Good job, man. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, baby. 1 more. All right. Good music. Get lie down for this next one. So you're going to lay on your back. We're going to give those legs a little bit of a break and focus on some lower abs with some single leg lifts. You can lie down. You got 2 options here. You can either make a diamond and put your hands underneath your glutes to take pressure off of your lower back. If your lower abs are strong enough, you can just hold on to the side of your mat. Elevate your legs and then raise one at a time and exhale. Here we go. This you can modify. If you need to bring your feet all the way down to the floor and rest them on the floor, you can do that as well. There's 4. 5. You feel like you're blowing through a straw right at the top. That really gets that good contraction on those lower abs. 8. You got a good split, 90-degree angle. You got 5 more. 5. Good breathing. 4. Hear that breathing. 3. You should be sweating by now. 2. Last 1. And you're done. Rest. Give a long stretch of those abs before you pop up. Nice and long. There we go. Hop back up. Slide my mat out of the way. We're going to go back into side squats. So if you need to adjust your weight from last time, feel free to do so. Press my weight down. I'm going to stick with these. All right. I'm going to start to the right side again. Here we go. Dropping right into it. I didn't set my alarm this morning for our 2-minute warning. Anyone got the time?
It's
6:52.
Really? Woo. Having fun when you're having fun. Here's 10, 2 more. Last one, 12. All right. Next side, go right into it. Loosen up those shoulders. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Next step up. Step up real low in that squat. 2. Draw that hand back. 1. Whoo, baby. I love it. Good work. All right. Back on the floor. Going into those single leg raises. Here we go. One leg at a time. Start with those feet elevated if you can. Then drop to the floor if you need to later. 2. 3. Wherever your hands feel comfortable for. Again, you can make it a little easier. Put your hands under your glutes. Who wants easier? How many we got? 8. I'm gonna call this 9. Try to relax your hip flexors as much as you can. Make those abs do all the work. Put your hands behind your head. 13, 2 more. Just make sure those lower abs stay tight so that back's not arching a lot. And done. Great work. All right, guys. How you feeling?
Good.
Maybe. They're still asleep, maybe. That's good news. Good news. All right. Here we go. Grab your weights. We got one more side squat. All right. Down to the side. Into that lateral raise. 1, 2, 3. Great job, guys. 4, 5. Get some good side squats. Looks awesome. 8, 9, 2, 1. All right, next side. Hope you're breathing deep. Breathe from the belly. 3. Lots of belly breathing this morning. So it slows that heart rate. 9. 3 more. 3. Nice loose grip. 2. Another 1. Oh, great. Oh, baby. All right, one more lying leg raise. Lying leg raise. Here we go. How are we doing? We got time. We can do this. Here we go. Start with the back. One leg at a time. And let's begin. That's right. Motion control on each of those raises. 6. You need to bring your feet all the way back to the floor. Don't feel bad about doing that. Try to push it as long as you can, though. 5. You got it. It's fine. 4. Nice long abs. 3. Keep pushing. 2. And rest. Great effort. Nice work. All right. Grab a quick drink if you need one. We're going to end up back on the mat here for just these last few minutes. And actually, why don't you go ahead and grab a light dumbbell? I'd say either 5, 10, or 15, depending on your core strength. We're going to do some weighted sit-ups. Just grab a lightweight dumbbell. Whatever works for you. Okay. And then if you have a dumbbell, you'll hold on to the ends later on. I'm gonna hold mine like this because it's the best grip that I can use. Just set that off to the side for right now. You're lying on your back. How much time we got? 2 minutes?
Yep, 2 minutes.
2 minutes. All right. We can do this. So we'll start with a glute bridge first. Actually, let's make the glute bridges a little bit harder. So if you got that weight, go ahead and set it right here on your abdomen. Keep that tummy tight. We don't have time for single leg glute bridges. So put this right here on your abdomen. Then we'll raise up, squeeze up into that glute bridge. And here we go. 1, 2. Now on these, you're just squeezing that butt hard. 3, come all the way down so you lightly touch the mat and then right back up. Don't rest on the mat, just enough to kiss it and right back up. Still exhale on that upward squeeze. I think that's 10. Should be feeling it in the booty. 12, 13, 14, one more, 15, good. Now we'll transition right into this sit-up. So grab your dumbbell on the ends if you got a dumbbell. Wherever you can get a good grip, so you don't drop it on your head. That would have an adverse reaction. All right, you're gonna reach real long over your head, nice long arms, and then you'll come up, push that weight up toward the ceiling, and then back down. Here we go. So notice on these how my back stays flat. As soon as I come up, I'm really reaching my chest toward the ceiling. Squeeze my abs on the way down in that controlled position. Get that long exhale at the top. Three more. 3, squeeze again. Try to keep that chest out as you come down so that that lower back stays tucked in. Last one. You don't want to round your back. And that's it. Drop it down in your abs. What do you guys think? One more round? I think we started a couple minutes late. Here we go. Let's squeeze up into that glute bridge. Ready? And up. Kiss the mat, right back up. That was a quick transition, I know. 4. You guys are doing awesome. 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're coming up on the end of the workout, and at the end, we won't do it together, but you really want to get some good static stretching in on those legs. 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Squeeze and down. Transition right to that sit up. Grab a hold of that dumbbell. Nice long stretch overhead and pop up. Good exhale. Squeeze that negative. You can use some momentum here to squeeze yourself up. 3, 4, 6. There you go. Real slow negative. 7. Got 3 left. That's the end of the workout. Last 3. Make them count. 3. Last one. Down. And rest. Great effort. All right. Great effort, y'all. If you feel like going more, keep going. You can add in another round of those glute bridges and sit-ups, or do the whole thing over again if you want to put in an hour. It's Saturday. Got extra time.